This video is going to give you a review on finding research articles in the health sciences. Today we're going to focus specifically on nursing articles, but this information should be useful for any discipline within the health sciences. First, we're going to go over to databases under quick links, and we're going to search some subject-specific databases. Here we have 195 databases that include everything that we subscribe to as a library and that you have access to as a student. We're going to go to all subjects, navigate to the drop-down, and from this set of categories we're going to choose nursing and health sciences. You'll notice that there's also a health and wellness category. This category is geared more towards consumer health information. If you're doing research in the health sciences, you may want to check out the databases in both of these areas, but nursing and health sciences is where we're going to go today. We have our best bets right up at the top. These are the databases we most frequently recommend to students. And we have our nursing and health sciences guides over on the right side of the page to help you find more information. These guides, especially our nursing research guide, have a lot of useful tips and tricks for searching. It's probably where you access this video. So first we're going to go to CINHAL Complete. CINHAL Complete is the most comprehensive nursing database in our collection, and it's the one we often recommend nurses go to first. You can always do a basic search in CINHAL Complete by simply putting a word or a string of words into this search box, but I'm going to show you how to do an advanced search, and I'm going to show you different filters that we have available for finding different types of articles. You can see here our search options have already expanded, and we have a few more boxes to fill in with search terms. In this case, I'm going to search for heart disease or cardiovascular disease. You can see that the database gives a suggestion of similar terms, which can be useful if you're not sure what words you want to use in your search. And I'm also going to search for patient education. Choosing apply related words or apply equivalent subjects means that your search results will be expanded to include words that mean the same thing or something very similar to the words that you've included here in your search. Our words are linked with and, but you can see we have the option of using and, or not. I recommend starting with and. This is going to link the words in this box and the words in this box, and it's going to tell the database that we only want to find articles that have both of these terms in them. You can see that or will expand your results a bit. You can also choose it over here. Or is used when you have two words or concepts that are similar and you want to find an article that includes one or the other, but not necessarily both. Not is the word that you can use to exclude things from a search. For example, if you wanted to look at heart disease or cardiovascular disease, but you did not want to focus on articles that had anything to do with patient education, you would choose not here. In this case, I'm going to go back to our original search. CINHAL has the most robust searching features for the health sciences. It is primarily directed at nursing students, but it's actually useful for anyone in any health-related field. Our search mode is the default, which is Boolean phrase. That means we're using and or not to link different words and concepts. If you were to choose Find All My Search Terms, you would find articles that had all of these search terms included, regardless of what you chose on the left. If you wanted to find any of your search terms, you would find articles that had to do with heart disease, cardiovascular disease, patient, or education. If you choose smart text searching, you can actually put in a block of text to find articles that are similar to what's in the block of text. So for example, if you found one or two articles that really closely match your topic and you wanted to copy and paste the abstract into the smart text search box, you would be able to do that and pull articles similar to that article in your search results. When doing that, you'd want to make sure these other boxes are clear. I always recommend starting out with the Boolean phrase option. I often limit to full text once I see my search results, but I don't start out with that limiter because some of the articles that are indexed in the database and not available full text might provide me useful information on different words to use in my search. Words I could use as keywords that appear in the titles of these indexed articles, or even alert me to a study that I need to request an interlibrary loan and know more about. You can see here that we do have a research article filter. This will pull original research articles. It does not guarantee whether they are quantitative or qualitative. It's simply pulling articles that represent original research. However, this filter is not a perfect filter. You're still going to want to look at the article and make sure it matches the criteria of your assignment. You can also choose peer-reviewed, which means that you will find only articles that are published in peer-reviewed journals. Keep in mind that this can also include editorials and book reviews, because editorials and book reviews are also published in peer-reviewed journals alongside original research articles. So when you choose peer-reviewed, make sure that your article looks like an original research article and has the clues that you've been told to look out for. You do have an option to choose evidence-based practice if you want to find articles that support evidence-based practice. You also have an option to choose articles within the nursing field. You can choose first author as a nurse, meaning that the primary author is a nurse. You can also choose any author as a nurse, meaning that one of several authors is a nurse. These are options that you can choose if you want to focus in on nursing research. Since CINHAL is a nursing database, much of what it contains will be relevant to nursing research, but these are filters that you can use to narrow further. I recommend using any author as a nurse simply because it expands your search results somewhat. You'll see here that we also have a journal subset and that we have core nursing and nursing available as journal subsets that you can choose. I would not recommend using the any author as a nurse and the journal subset unless you were fairly confident that there was a lot of material available on your topic. You can always remove a filter if you find you're not finding enough search results. You can also sort by age group here. So if you wanted to focus on all infant, all child, or geriatric patients, you could do that. Most students need to find certain types of research studies when they begin to do their research. So what I'm going to give you some instructions on now are different ways to find quantitative and qualitative research articles in CINHAL. If you wish to find a qualitative article, you can actually choose the clinical query for qualitative. However, the clinical query that is going to give you the best balance between a broad range of results and a range of results that's very specific to your topic is going to be the best balanced choice. To do this, you can choose a search field and include qualitative as a keyword, or even search within all of the text to find the word qualitative. You can also search within the abstract for a specific word. However, I do find it's easier not to select a search field as this is less limiting. I'm going to choose qualitative study and include that as a keyword. Other keywords that you could include might be things like case study, focus group, and other words that you would find mentioned in a qualitative study. Finding quantitative studies in CINHAL is a little less straightforward because we do not have a quantitative filter available in the clinical queries filter. What we do have is the ability to use keywords and the information that we've gathered in our classes to allow us to make these distinctions. If I were looking for quantitative articles on cardiovascular disease, I might choose quantitative study, or I might choose from this long list of potential keywords that indicate a quantitative study. Additionally, I might use other words that would be commonly found in quantitative research articles, such as statistics or statistical, or survey or trial. There's no simple way to ensure that you are filtering only for articles that meet the criteria of being quantitative or qualitative. Determining if an article meets your research criteria is going to depend largely on your ability to look at the methodology of the article and determine if it works for you. Another useful option for finding quantitative research articles is to move down to the publication type and choose a publication type that includes equations and formulas, something that includes a questionnaire scale, depending on the type of questionnaire, or something that includes statistics, or any of the other publication types included on this list that trigger you to think of quantitative numerical information. Again, I recommend using one or two of these filters, not all of them, or you're going to filter yourself out of some very good search results. Another way to find quantitative materials is to choose graph or chart on image quick view types, and then find the article associated with the image. This is sort of a roundabout way of finding a material, and it's not something I'd recommend starting with. So there are many ways to find original research articles that include quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method analysis. Another useful option with the publication type filter is that you can choose a case study, a clinical trial, a dissertation, an evidence-based care sheet, a meta-analysis or meta-synthesis, or even a systematic review. So these are just some of the ways that you can use CINHAL to find qualitative and quantitative research articles. However, as with CINHAL and all of our databases, you will still need to check and be sure that the article meets your criteria and actually reflects the research method that you are searching for.